there's been a lot of talk. That, at least in my circle, people who aren't able to dream are thinking, well, maybe it's a sign. Maybe I'm not supposed to dream right now. Maybe that's not my calling. You know how these conversations go. But yes, to your point, yes, of course, maybe there's such thing as not your time. As you guys know, I'm big on the Hermetic philosophy, and the Hermetic philosophy, we talk about push and pull and the swing of existence and the rhythm, and maybe things are swinging backwards. It's because you're supposed to sort of go backwards. Don't fight it just to fight it, you know what I mean? Like, be savvy with maneuvering your way through the energies of the world. So yes, I agree. Maybe it's not your time. However, it's a spiritual warfare out there, and if you, I've always steered away from that term specifically because I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. But I was wrong not to, because straight up, it is a sort of spiritual warfare that you need to be savvy of. And I truly believe that the reason why people aren't dreaming as much as they should be, or some people are like, I never dream, is because there is things set up in place that whose agenda is to keep your extrasensory development down, to keep your intuition down, to keep that pineal sealed, which is what this video is about. I'm not a doctor. I do things at your own risk. I'm not liable for anything you guys do. Nothing that I'm saying has been backed by the FDA, like that says much. Anywho, point being, borax. I've said this before. I've made videos on this before, but it's come up twice now in the past couple months of people who are like, I don't dream at all. What do you suggest? Because I do a lot of dream stuff. It's one of my fortes. And people will ask, hey, I'm not dreaming. I've done the techniques, Keith. I've slammed a gallon of water before bed and waking up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I don't remember my dreams. I write stuff down. I don't remember much at all. One or two things. No emotions, no feelings, no nothing. Recently, I started taking borax again. I was having about a week dry spell. I've been moving. It's been kind of chaotic. First night, 2 or 3 dreams. But here's the thing. Not only am I dreaming more now that I've gotten back on the borax regimen, but the feel is different. The timbre is different. The overall mood, the vibrancy, the color. Yes, the vividness, but I want to speak specifically on vividness, which again is things like that, like the tone and the color and how I felt when I woke up. I noticed that there's more expression in the people's faces and their voices in the dream. Like last night I had a dream who I came across my buddy Kevin Finley, who I haven't spoken with, honestly, since I graduated high school. A long time ago. And in the dream, I was sad about... What was I sad about? I saw the growth of the world, and I saw... Because we were leading things we were facilitating the graduation of the seniors at my old high school. And I saw them and I thought, oh man, like remember how carefree and how worry-free it was back then. And he looks at me. He's a brother. He goes, Keith, I can't, it was super meaningful in the dream. But he goes, Keith, try not to... He said, the world around you will influence you. All the people... all your friends and family. He didn't say it with these words, but somehow he conveyed it. And he said, they will darken you. He said, don't let other people's darkness affect you. Something to that. And I've heard that 1,000 times. You've heard that 1,000 times. But there was something about this one that was different this particular time. And this particular time, I started crying in the dream. And it was weird because I was like, I don't cry in front of people. I thought it was so strange. Like, he's going to think down on me if I cry. He didn't think anything of it. But I was like the emotion of that came. I just felt it so much more in the dream. And you guys, your dreams are tools for so many different things. So many different things. It could be working on stuff in your life. It could be a conversation with a part of your soul that's going to give you a piece of information that you needed. It's going to guide you in a certain direction. It's going to give you comfort in a certain direction. It's going to throw a nasty-ass nightmare at you so that you can face that thing and integrate it so that it turns into one of the dopest experiences you ever had. And the dream space is our battlefield. It's our home. It's our everything. You know, you guys watch Dragon Ball Z, the hyperbolic chamber. They can go in there and they train. You can increase the gravity to 1,000 times. You can train for 100 years, and it's only been 2 days in the outside world. Like, our dream space is our hyperbolic time chamber. And if you're not dreaming and you can't remember anything, I would say sure, maybe 5 out of 100 people who against all odds still can't remember any dreams, right? Sure, some of you guys, maybe it's not your time, but for all of you other guys, you got a calcification of the pineal gland, borax. You can find it in your laundry detergent aisle. It's not a laundry detergent. It's a mineral that's mined from the earth. I wish to God that I wasn't a fool in university and kept my paperwork for it, because I did my master's proposal on water fluoridation and the effects and the things that were used to combat water fluoridation. And one of those things was borax. And I mean, you're going to have to... I'm sorry, you're going to have to take my word for it. If you don't, I feel you 100%. I definitely am not one to just listen to whatever some random goonball says on the internet. I fucking 100% understand. Like, 100% understand. That being said, I had all the scientific literature peer-reviewed. I had access... When you're in university, you have access to peer-reviewed databases that the public doesn't have. It's one of the only perks of attending university. So I was able to find studies all over the world done on water fluoridation and done on borax to combat water fluoridation. And one of the studies they came across said that just a pinch of borax in a gallon of water neutralized the sodium fluoride that was in the water, and did the same thing in the body. I'll be doing all right. We got plenty of battery. This is a hypothesis of mine, of course, not backed on anything, but do some research. Type in boron and the role of boron in the body. Thyroid, uptake of vitamin D, distribution of calcium. So that's one of the main things that fluoride does is it interrupts your is it the thyroid? Help me out, you guys. You got to do some self research. But it inhibits, or what's a better word than it inhibits? It disrupts. It corrupts. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. It corrupts the body's system in its ability to uptake calcium and to distribute calcium throughout the body. Perfect example is called fluorosis. We see it a lot on children's teeth because they swallow their toothpaste not knowing that the fluoride inside of it is toxic. So what happens is they get that white chalky stuff built up on their teeth. It's calcium. You want to scratch it off, it's not plaque, it's actually calcium. What happens is the fluoride disrupts the body's mechanisms for the uptake and distribution of calcium. It starts pulling calcium from the bones and starts distributing it throughout the body. Surprisingly, notably, curiously, the number one spot that gets this treatment, that gets this calcium deposit, is the pineal gland. And then it goes in the soft tissues, arteries. I'm not sure why the teeth, but like you got to imagine kids are swallowing a lot. And if you look at the insert on the toothpaste, it says if you swallow more than a pea-sized amount of toothpaste, to consult a doctor. Look at the back of your toothpaste if you're still using fluoride toothpaste. The shit's it's no joke. It's in public water. So even if you're not drinking tap water, it's in your shower. You take a nice hot shower, your pores open up, you soak in all the fluoride. So one of the easiest things to do is get yourself some borax. Now, all the disclaimers that keep whoever off my back that's supposed to be off my back. Yeah, do your own research. I'm not a licensed physician. Whatever I've said hasn't been backed by the FDA. You got it. My hands are tied. What do you want from me? Help me help you. That being said, you can find it in your laundry aisle. And again, your dreams will come back. And here's the cool thing about the dream thing is a lot of you guys, you want to tap into your remote viewing, your astral projecting, your intuition, your sixth sense. You want to channel entities. You want to be like Bashar and talk to your star squad. You want to bilocate. You want to levitate. You want to do all these incredible things. And while those things are 100% possible, the dream space is realistically your first step into that whole world. Again, it's your practice space. It's where your conscious mind enters the subconscious, at least if you're able to lucid dream, which is the ultimate goal. We want to get to active dreaming, lucid dreaming, to where we can introduce the conscious mind into the subconscious world. Instead of being sort of a third-person witness to the dream space, we are a first-person witness to the dream space. You can go into your dream, and you could say, this mask, this spooky mask, well, this is the access to my shadow realm, where I can learn some dark shadow magic by just pulling on this lever. Boop! You pull the lever down in your dream space, and your dream space opens up, and you start doing shadow work in the safety and confinement of your own dreams. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to work on astral projection. I'm going to work on lucid dreaming. I'm going to have a conversation with an aspect of myself that's going to help me deal with a certain worry that I'm going through. You know what I mean? Again, the sky's the limit. So if you're one of those people and you ain't dreaming, don't give up. Do whatever you can to tap in, decalcify. Of course, there's lots of things. Get plenty of sunlight, drink plenty of good water, eat plenty of good food, stay away from the processed shit. But as far as, a mineral crystal supplement, what's dope I wanted to do is make a crystal out of borax, because minerals form geometric structures. So you can dissolve borax into water, evaporate the water, seed the water with something, maybe a rock or something, suspended in the water, and the borax crystals will form a crystal around that seed, just like you would grow a crystal out of sugar. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the kits where you grow crystals out of sugar, the crystal form. It's kind of like that. It's a beautiful thing. Haven't done it yet, but it's awesome. Maybe you can put a little borax crystal on your nightstand or something like that. I don't know. Get creative. That's the cool thing about this whole process, baby. Is you have the ability to get creative. So I hope this video helped you guys. If it helped you, share it. Share it far and wide. Would love the help. Would love the boost on my channel. Would love the boost. I'm a pineal astral projection 5000 Bashar 100. You know what I mean? Thank you guys. Leave a comment. Have you guys been able to pull yourself out of dream ruts? Or have you guys tried borax yourself? I know this isn't the first time I've talked about this squad. Have you guys tried the borax thing? Is it working? do some research, please. These videos I'm giving you should just be gateways to other rabbit holes for you guys to sort of get first-hand research on this. Make a habit of first-hand research. We might not always be able to have first-hand experiences, but we can have first-hand research, which will always give us a better foothold on our craft. You know what I mean? So with that being said, thank you guys for being here. I'm your host, Keith Manlitters, knowledge, information, entertainment. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching the content. Thank you so much for sharing the content, for supporting my Etsy shop, and just supporting the Empire. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon, alright? Is this good enough for a thumbnail? I think so.